Welcome to the Sunday Morning Media Club. My name is Tanner, and I'm with.
Joseph, and we are here today because it is brand new day, Spider-Man, and
Let's
our
go!
thoughts and just kind of the things we have been talking about, things we are excited for in Marvel, especially all talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm really hyped. This is not to spoil this hype. This movie was really good.
Yeah, it was very good. I went into it kind of thinking maybe it wasn't going to be the best. Some Marvel projects recently have kind of not looked the best or had the best like writing or script or even budget, really, if I'm going to be honest. And so I went in not with the highest expectations, but I came out very, very surprised.
Yeah, I think I was in a very similar boat. I told you this after we saw the movie. We saw it a couple hours ago, but I went in with like mid expectations, but with a lot of hope.
Yeah,
And
I
I think it
agree.
really delivered on the hope I went in there with.
Yeah. And so kind of just want to get into it. So first off, Spider-Man Brand New Day out of 10. And I just want to see where you put it cuz I have my rank on my phone.
Oh,
I'll go ahead and let you
um,
out of 10.
I actually should have thought about this a little bit more. I think right now, after I'm really high on it right now. I think right now I'm sitting at like an 8.5, and you might be able to convince me on a 9 on like for real.
um I have Spider-Man Brand New Day a 9 out of 10. I personally think that this movie does a lot of things correct with the character of Spider Man and balancing that with Peter Parker. I think
I completely agree.
there is a sense of hope that is coming with this version of Spider Man that we really haven't got with
Hmm.
Tom Holland before. And so I'm really excited to see what we get from this point on.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm excited because I feel like we got. I feel like in Homecoming they did a very good job at showing Peter Parker as a high school student, and I feel like this is the first time in a Spider-Man movie where we've gotten like an actual like loner Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that's something very like unique about this. Not unique about the take as a character, but unique about this specific live action adaptation of
Adaptation.
the character.
I completely agree. Also, are probably going to get into spoilers. So before
Oh,
we get
100%.
too deep into it, saying anything too drastic, I don't think we have so far. But I just want to give that warning. We are going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day in full depth. So if you do not want to be spoiled, please go see this movie first.
And it's worth it. I
It,
I would say don't get spoiled.
Don't get spoiled.
Like
Go in blind. Go in blind. All right. So the next question I have, do you think this movie confirms that biological spiders are stronger than mechanical spiders?
I do think that biological Spider-Men have a very distinct advantage, but also a very big disadvantage.
Advantage.
Because like we see with in like the Toby movies that his emotions can heavily
Impact.
change
Yeah.
his usage of his webs. And but we see in this movie that allowing yourself to
Ex-
actually be part spider is it turns it to 11.
yeah.
Like
I
it's almost like the symbiote.
yes,
It
I agree. Without well, I mean,
it has the
drawbacks
drawbacks,
at first, right? When you are fighting it, when you are, which is a
but
big
once you
plot.
become one,
Yes, and that's a big plot of this movie is the fighting of the arachnid genes within Spider-Man and not wanting to accept that he is a mutant question mark.
yeah,
Maybe they're trying to set up that Spider-Man isn't necessarily just like the friendly neighborhood
good spider.
Spider-Man, but
Maybe it wasn't just a
also
spider.
yeah, maybe he might be an X-Men and maybe it's a different Tom Holland Spider-Man is a different form of biological spider than we saw with Toby's spider. right? Because
I think
Toby,
there's a very. I think potentially.
yeah, and so that was something I was thinking about, and also I genuinely going into the movie thought Tom Holland was the weakest Spider-Man.
I think that's very fair. Um, we haven't seen him take someone down individually. Because like his most powerful opponent in a 1v1 so far has been Mysterio.
Yeah,
Because like he doesn't really
maybe
have.
Vulture. Vulture is pretty
I guess,
strong.
and that was in his own
On
suit
suit,
as
yeah,
well.
that was
That's a good point. That is a good
pre
point.
Iron Boy Junior.
Well, post Iron Boy Jr. because he got his suit taken.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Even Iron Man was like too much.
Yeah. It is. Oh, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We are getting ahead of ourselves. All right, Tanner, is this Tom Holland's best Spider-Man movie?
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
We'll talk about this more later. But I will say yes. I think this is his best out of his 4 Spider-Man movies. I
movies.
think Brand New Day is the best one, and I
I
think it's the best depiction of Spider-Man out of the 4.
I think I agree, which is hard because No Way Home is such a like gem and like a masterpiece. I don't care what people really say about the fan service. That's kind
It's
of what I'm
perfect.
there
That's
for.
why it's peak.
Exactly. Like
It's
I
okay.
don't I will say I don't know if there was a better scene in Brand New Day than watching all 3 Spider-Man swing
Swinging.
off of each
Yeah,
other. That
I
scene
do agree with that.
is probably
The best scene in and
Spider-Man. Maybe even in Marvel, but that's a
yeah.
different topic for a different day.
I
Like, we can get into that later.
do agree. There is no high of this movie that reaches that, but I think there are multiple highs of this movie that are very close to it
I agree.
with like hypeness.
I
Maybe.
agree.
Oh, that's very high.
That's a hard question. That is
Yeah.
a hard question. All right. Does this Spider-Man win in a fight against the other 2 Spider-Man in an honest 1v1?
In a 1v1, not a 1v2.
Not in a 1v2. Not in a 1v2. I don't know if there is one of them could take both of them at the same time.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
And I'm assuming Toby does not have the symbiote.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay. With his biological enhancement and his Spidey sense in that movie, this movie was pretty cracked.
It is.
Bro was like having future sight, bro.
He was having
Right.
future sight. It was a crazy,
Um,
crazy feat.
I think there's a potential there. I think I have. I think I do, bro.
You think you do?
I don't know if Toby or Andrew are holding back the Hulk.
And
I don't
that's
like it.
a great point. Oh man, could the thing is, my argument is, I do think that Andrew's Spider-Man, excuse me, would be able to web up and stop the Hulk the way that Tom's does. But I don't think Andrew's Spider-Man would be able to take the beating that Tom Holland's Spider-Man just took in this fight. But I
That's
think
where the biological
opposite,
advantage comes in.
and that's where I think the opposite with Toby, because I think Toby could take the beating
That's
from
fair.
him, right? And I think he could endure him if it is the same like win con that Tom had, right? Like where it's just like, Bruce,
same arena.
it's me.
Yeah.
It's Peter, right? Like if it's the same way, I think Toby's Spider-Man could get it to the point where he could be like at the same win con.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I do think that. All right, my next question is kind of a hard-hitting question that you might have to think about.
Okay.
It's tough. especially because recency bias is a real thing.
It really is.
But Frank Castle and Peter
Mm.
Parker's relationship is the best relationship in the MCU right now.
It needs you right now.
In the MCU right now.
This is a very good question. I was very impressed with, because we knew Punisher was going to be in this movie.
Yep.
But I was not expecting him to be in as much of this movie as he was in. Like, I thought he was going to be in a few scenes and then kind of get written out of the story a little bit. But he was persistent from like the first 20 minutes, and he is literally in the final scene of the movie.
Yes.
Like, he plays a major point in the final scene of the movie.
Yes. Also, the fact that when Spider-Man is met with Jean Grey and he's like, I have no other option, who do I turn to? I go to Frank Castle.
Yeah.
That is who I ask to protect the girl, the person I love more than anything. Also, kind of a side weird question I have for you. What's going on with Peter Parker and Ned? He kind of just like was like, oh, if she finds out about him, he's fucked. That's not really my problem. Like, and I get that they are trying to build the relationship with MJ because a lot of people, when they watch No Way Home, hated the ending because Peter decided not to give her
Yeah,
that
like, they
letter.
literally, like, bar for bar, people's complaint about that is brought up in this movie.
And so I think they were trying to give the fans what they wanted, and by really, really focusing on their relationship. But like, not at one point did Peter go, man, I hope she don't think about Ned. I hope she don't go after, because if she did, what was he gonna do? He was too busy.
No, you're right.
I just thought about that, and that's a
It's never happened, I guess.
yeah.
They were like, I don't even want to tackle that shit.
Okay.
They were like,
I'm gonna jump forward a little bit also into the movie. Do you think when MJ says, Peter, be safe, and Ned goes, is Spider-Man's name Peter? And when one of the final scenes of the movie is Peter walking up to Ned being like, hi, I'm Peter. Do you think the next time we see Ned, he's going to be like, oh, he knows, and time has skipped and now he's like, oh yeah, that's my best friend again? Or do you think they are going to give us the time that they gave MJ and Peter to mend that relationship? Or do you think it is just going to be like an off-screen, handle this, hey, we're homies, we've always been homies, look, here's the handshake?
I hope we do get to see it, because I actually really enjoyed the Peter MJ stuff in this movie. Oddly, like, going into this, I was very excited for the Punisher. I was very excited for the Hulk. I was very excited for Jean Grey. Like, and I was kind of expecting the MJ Ned plotline to kind of take a side. And I feel like they did a lot more focus on it than I was initially expecting. And which I like. That was a pleasant surprise. But I could also see them doing a situation kind of like this movie, where the next movie will have a time jump at the beginning, and the first like 20 minutes of the movie will kind of be sporadic moment. Like, we'll kind of see it.
Yes,
in that kind of way.
Yes, I totally understand what you're saying. Also, but to get back to the original question, Frank Castle, Peter Parker, best relationship in the MCU right now? Yes
in
or
the
no?
MCU right now, I think. Here's the thing: I have not seen Fantastic Four.
Oh, that is very true.
Which I do really need to see. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that is very true.
I do really like the relationship with the Thunderbolts, but I do think that Peter and Frank feel. Oh, they feel like Spider-Man and Punisher.
Yeah,
and like, I was. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a tough question. That might be my favorite question I have.
I think it's my favorite right now. Ooh, also Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, but I think all right, and I'm gonna put a little bit of bias, recency bias, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I love Deadpool and Wolverine's relationship because it feels like two characters that have struggled for a while now finally meeting another struggler,
Uh-huh.
right? Whereas I think Peter Parker is the best parts of Frank Castle, and he sees that and he wants to be more like Peter
Oh, I
Parker,
completely agree.
right? And so I just more resonate with the symbol of hope and the not the bad guy going good, right? Because I don't think necessarily that the Punisher is bad or good. I think the Punisher is just the Punisher, right? And
Yeah, I think that's
how
kind of the point.
yeah, and so on a moral scale, right, is he doing good things? I don't know, right? Like I don't
Like he's doing bad things for good reasons,
reasons,
and so it's
right?
hard.
And
Yeah.
so like is necessary evil a real thing? I think it is, right? But
Mhm.
like I to the degree that the Punisher does it in the MCU, obviously,
Yeah.
right? It is even to that in the extent of comics is like kind of crazy because not a lot of other MCU characters go around just being like, okay, I'm gonna tag and bag somebody today.
Yeah, like he literally is like, I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah,
Like, fuck it.
like they're dead. Like,
Like
you know what I mean? And so that's a crazy
that's
thing.
what his plan at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which good plan,
Yeah,
and
good
it would have
plan.
worked.
Um and so I also just think but I think that their relationship also feels the most honest. Like I feel like
Yeah.
other relationships either feel like they come out of nowhere, right? And this relationship also does kind of come out of nowhere,
Yeah, it
but
does
it
definitely. It uses the fact that it expects you to understand that this is an established
a ship.
relationship and other
Yes.
adaptations of these characters.
Exactly, right. And so I kind of more feel like that this relationship doesn't really feel like it comes out of nowhere like other relationships in the MCU, right? Like honestly, I love WandaVision, right? I haven't
Yeah.
watched all of it, but I love WandaVision, but I feel like that relationship between Wanda and Vision felt very, very forced at the beginning of their relationship when
Hmm.
they first started meeting each other. And
Like in Civil War and stuff.
yes, like
I do agree. It does
I
feel
remember
forced.
watching them in the Avengers like
Compound.
compound and him being like, I can't let you go anywhere. And her being like, motherfucker, you can't stop me from doing anything. Like, and then to the point now where like they have a whole show where they're fucking married.
Agreed.
Like that feels kind of crazy, right? But
Yeah.
this relationship feels very grounded and very real and like you can feel the love that is between them, that unspoken bond between two friends.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think the reason it feels that way is because, like I was saying at the beginning of the movie, with that like 20-minute kind of not really montage, but like kind of snapshot of what Spider-Man is doing for 4 years, or I don't know how, we don't really know, 3 4 years.
I
Um,
believe it's 4 years. I
I would
think
assume it's a
yeah,
college,
college.
like
And he said freshman, sophomore,
sophomore,
junior,
junior, senior.
senior, right? And unless I'm dumb, I believe that's four.
Maybe do he speed run? I don't like. Um, but like you, the squirt, like his relationship with the Scorpion in this movie
Very
also
interesting.
feels like organic and natural for the
Yes.
same reason where it's you just kind of like the movie does a very good job at just being like he's been doing this, all he is Spider-Man
Man,
now.
now there
So
is
he's been meeting other ground heroes, other people,
yeah.
probably Daredevil soon.
And that was actually going to be my next question. Do you think we see a Daredevil Spider-Man like team up very soon? Because I feel like we've already got the Punisher and we have seen the Punisher and Daredevil interact in two shows that I need to watch.
Same.
But do you think that they are going to be like a trio, maybe even the start of maybe a new Defenders League, right? Or maybe
That'd be
there's
really
bigger
cool.
new bigger plans, right? Like a subsection of the Avengers, right? Because
Hmm.
like we see that in the movie. We see Elena, right? I believe.
Also, Nick Fury's still alive. I just isn't he? Because he's at the end of
Um
Endgame at
l-
Tony's funeral.
yeah, let me fact check that. Let me see
Because I just
where
realized that. Like, what the
he
fuck is
is.
Nick Fury
I
doing
don't
right
I don't
now?
know what Nick Fury's doing.
Because he's I know he's off planet. Like, because the scroll
Yes.
was secretly Nick Fury the whole time or whatever. Oh, I didn't watch Secret Invasion. That's so
Oh,
whatever we're about to find out is from Secret
yes.
Invasion.
Nick Fury is currently stationed in outer space aboard the Saber or SABER space station.
He was he was in the Marvels. Okay, I didn't watch the Marvels
I
either.
didn't watch it either.
So yeah, I'm curious.
We got some we have some MCU to catch up on.
Yeah,
But
the
this
gap.
but this wasn't really about the MCU, but that is a very good point. I was like, where is Nick Fury? If and her name is
Yeah.
Elena, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, like because she kind of plays a very impactful side character that doesn't really have much screen time, but when she is on screen, it feels very like I am the leader of the Avengers,
Yeah,
right?
like, she is now.
like
Yes,
I am doing things my way.
I do how I want to do it.
And if you want to deal business with the Avengers, you got to
You
go
do
through
it
me.
and you're gonna do it my way.
Like, and they're like, you can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Come take a bath.
And it was awesome to see him like in the mask.
Yes.
Like in the bath. Like it was.
Yes,
that was really funny.
a great scene. That was an amazing scene.
Oh, dude, I just thought about something. Frick. We were talking about Frank Castle and then Daredevil. Oh, I'll just say there was a Spider-Man cartoon. It's the one where Drake Bell voices Spider-Man. I get the names of all the freaking Spider-Man cartoons mixed up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when we watched them, we were like 8, so
Yeah.
that makes sense, bro.
But when that show was happening, a part of that show is that Nick Fury recruits characters like Spider-Man, Nova, Iron Fist, not specifically Daredevil or Punisher, but these like those kind of heroes.
Yeah.
As like a sub team of the Avengers.
And that's why I'm saying maybe we get a Defenders movie,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, I don't know.
Bring Luke Cage back.
That'd be crazy if we get a Luke Cage. I don't know if we will.
No, I think they'll probably use Ghost Rider instead
Yeah.
of Ghost Rider.
Which I'm very excited to talk about. We will talk about that later. Probably not this episode, but in a later episode, we will cover.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just excited to see more of that.
Yeah.
Just whatever that ends up being.
I completely agree. This movie, I was already bought into Marvel is back, but now I'm like Marvel is so back.
If Doomsday hits,
this
is gonna be.
Maybe this is a crazy opinion. I don't think Doomsday can fail after this movie.
I think it will be a financial success no matter what.
Yeah,
but it could be bad.
Completely agree. Completely agree. The next thing I want to talk about, let's rank the Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
And let's talk about it and probably get heated because we don't agree with each other. I want to first start off just with a random person that I saw online. I was scrolling and I just saw it, took a screenshot of it because I just have been avoiding all Spider-Man anything because I didn't want to see what anybody thought about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go in blind and just give my own opinions about this. So this is the first take on this movie that is not my own opinion that I saw. And so these are every single Spider-Man movie. There's 11 of them. At number 11, they have The Amazing Spider-Man. At number 10, they have Far From Home. At number 9, they have Spider-Man.
Holy shit, that's ass.
At number 8, they have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. At 7, they have Spider-Man 3.
Dude, this
5, Homecoming. 4, Across the Spider-Verse. 3, Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
2, Into the Spider-Verse, and number 1, Brand New Day.
They were hype on this movie.
They are very
they were
hype
this
on
is the
this
best
movie.
league of all time.
I went into this movie knowing that this could only be my second place favorite Spider-Man movie. I'll get into that when I do my ranking, right? But I'm very surprised in this movie placed higher than I thought it was going to place. I'll be honest with you.
Same. I completely agree. I had an idea going into this movie. I was like, it could definitely be in my top 5, but I'm not positive. Um and I was not expecting to place as high as I did doing this ranking.
Yeah.
And I feel,
I
and
agree.
I'm scared
I
that in a
agree.
month I'm gonna be like, this movie's ass.
No, there's no way. There's no
I don't think so.
way.
I really like it, but
I think
I love just going to the movies makes me happy.
I
So it's
think
like a
the scene
blinders.
we get with the Punisher at the end with him in the hospital sitting next to
That's so true.
with Peter, I don't think there'll ever be a day where I go, yeah, that movie sucks.
Sucks.
If that scene is in that movie.
And the scene of Aunt May and Sadie. I don't know why I call her Sadie Sink. Jean Grey.
Like that, there's no way.
No, you're right.
There's no way. No way. Okay. So now I want you to give me yours. Let me hear
So
it.
I'm going my whole list.
Your
from
whole list.
From bottom
Yeah.
to top.
Who goes from top to bottom?
I know.
That's
but
some
look, I want to make sure.
freak shit.
I agree. You want to say the best for last?
Yes.
Okay, and last, this movie I don't think is the worst made movie on this list,
Okay.
but is absolutely the most.
I think we have.
I just don't give a fuck movie.
I think
it
we
has like
have-
20 good minutes.
I think we have the exact same movie as 11.
My last place is Far From Home. It's not even that it's like a bad movie. I really couldn't care less. After that, at number 10, I have Spider-Man 3.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm definitely in the camp that I think it is way too much going on. I think that the Amnesia plot line.
I'm not a fan of that plot line either.
I think Venom is sick. I think there are some sick moments.
Okay.
Right? I just think that every time I watch it, I think I'm gonna like it more than I ever
Dude,
do. You know what I mean?
I think you're crazy, but continue.
After that, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Oh my. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's just
that movie.
that is
bad.
Yeah.
Bad. I'm so sorry, Andrew. I know you'll probably never hear this, but like Andrew Garfield, they did you so dirty, and I want you to know I love you.
Yeah,
I
facts.
personally love you, Andrew, and I just want you to know that. Okay, I'm single.
Oh my goodness. For Andrew.
Hey,
A British person?
he's fine.
He is fine, that's facts. After that I have Homecoming. Recently I rewatched a few Spider-Man movies. And I watched Homecoming about a year and a half ago, I think, last. And I've always been really high on Homecoming. But after rewatching certain other movies, I've become lower on it. I really like Peter in this movie. Like, I think the high school stuff with Peter Parker is amazing. Like, the prom stuff is awesome.
Okay.
Like, the prom and the Vulture being his,
Yeah.
like, love interest's dad. Like,
Yeah.
that shit's... That's
It's
such, like,
good.
high school drama shit. It's awesome.
It's very good.
I do...
Go ahead.
Yeah. After that, I have Spider-Man 1.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to hear you out.
And
But
I think
I'm going to be honest. If the next movie isn't what I think it should be, I'm going to freak the fuck out.
my next movie is TASM 2.
Okay. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I really like Andrew Spider-Man. I think there are a lot of... There is bad of Spider-Man, of The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like the Hobgoblin in
Oh,
Spider-Man 3,
I think
I dislike Green Goblin in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 even more.
in The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, the Green Goblin, like Harry Osborn,
Oh.
at the end of the movie.
Yes.
Like obviously it gives us the Gwen Stacy scene,
Mm-hmm.
which is an amazing scene.
An amazing scene.
But I hated him the entire movie.
I'm gonna be honest.
I think he's a bad actor. Or not a bad actor, but I think his acting is bad in that movie.
I think that is the worst Spider-Man villain, and that's why I have mine where I have mine. So
I do completely agree with that. But I think Electro is. I love Electro. I think he's
Electro-
awesome. I think
Electro's
Jamie Foxx
awesome.
is so funny in that movie.
He plays such a goofy ass
He's-
character, but like that, that's awesome.
Yeah. After that, I have No Way Home.
Okay. Yep.
I love No Way Home. This movie fluctuates with what I'm about to put above it, a lot.
Okay.
And well, I'll just say what I put above it is Spider-Man 2.
Oh, so
Spider-Man 2 is
they
like,
fight for your 4th and 5th?
yeah, they used to fight for 3rd and 4th, but now they're fighting for 4th
For
and
the
5th,
5th.
which I guess
Think
spoils something.
about that.
I love Spider-Man 2. I think the train scene is maybe the best superhero scene of all time.
Yep.
Um,
Is
I think Doc Ock is one of the best superhero villains of all time. Not just in this movie, but in general. But and this movie is phenomenal. It's just a really good movie.
yeah.
And I'm sure there's nostalgia somewhere in there for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I have Brand New Day.
Brand New
I think
Day,
Brand New Day
top
is the best.
3.
I think Brand New Day is the best live action Spider-Man movie.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
There's nothing on my
Oh
list.
my goodness. That is so true. I didn't even think about that until just this moment.
I think Brand New Day is the best live action Spider-Man movie.
That's crazy. That is
the fact that now in live action we have seen the Hulk recognize Peter Parker.
That was
Like,
an
that's-
awesome scene. I wish we got more
Yeah.
of that. I wish it
100%.
wasn't just like him, and I recognize how much it is, like how much that means, because it was Peter begging for help in a moment where he really needed somebody, and the Hulk recognized that and was like, I know that voice. I know that kid.
Also, this is bonus points for this movie, even though this is not a Spider-Man thing. This is the best the Hulk has been in the MCU since Avengers 1.
True. Very true. I did not mind this Hulk as
He was
much as I
awesome in
thought
this
I
movie.
was. 'Cause
Both Bruce and the Hulk were awesome, and they did Professor like this like weird Professor Hulk middle that was all like it didn't
Not
last
bad.
too long, and it wasn't bad.
It
I
wasn't
completely
bad.
agree.
All right, last 2.
Number 2, I have Across the Spider-Verse. I think Across could be argued to be better than Into. I have Into at number 1. I'll go obviously.
Yeah.
I think what holds Across back a little bit for me is I like the ending of Across.
Yep.
But the fact that it's very obvious that this is like one big movie, it's
Mhm.
one big story that's split into
Yes.
2 movies. It kind of holds it back a little bit. It feels when I saw it originally, I didn't feel this way, but I think it does feel a little not incomplete, but it leaves you really wanting more.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Into does a great job at making it feel like an entire package of
Yeah.
a movie. And Miles' story in Into the Spider-Verse is just
And see, I am going to debate you on that because I do have it opposite. I have Across over
Into, and I think that's fair.
And so I want to go into my list, and then I want us to talk
Okay.
about why we have our things, and we could debate
Mhm.
on certain things.
Okay.
For me, we both agree. Far From Home is the worst Spider-Man movie
Yep.
of all time. That movie sucks. I am not the biggest fan of Mysterio. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's an amazing actor.
It's a poor representation of Mysterio.
It
Sorry.
is a bad representation.
He's one of my favorite. I didn't even bring that up. And I should have. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. He's one of the coolest Spider-Man villains. If you haven't played Shattered Dimensions, play Shattered Dimensions.
Great game.
But-
Great game.
But he has cool sequences. But as a character, I don't like it. Sorry.
I also think Far From Home is the least Spider-Man movie we have ever gotten. That is not Spider-Man. That is Iron Boy Jr.
Even worse than Homecoming.
That is Iron Lad.
The freaking end scene. We talked about this before, but in the when Happy picks him up in the fucking and he
builds
like
a
the suit with
Oh my! I cannot stand that scene. That scene is dog shit. That
Yeah.
scene is
I
not
completely
Spider-Man.
agree.
Like that scene is so not Spider-Man. My mom recently watched it and was like, "That felt weird. That doesn't feel like Spider-Man."
Hey, can you believe that came out? That was the movie directly after Endgame.
Oh my!
Isn't that crazy?
And like you're like, "Oh my god, we're finally getting
It's
a
like 2
movie."
months after Endgame.
Oh my god! You're like, I can't wait to see everything that's going on. We're going to London.
We're going
What
to Italy.
the hell are you talking about? All right. Next movie is Homecoming. Homecoming
Second to
is
last.
second to last.
That-
Both of Tom Holland's movies, first 2 were bad. And the reason is he doesn't feel like Spider-Man. In Far From Home, it's even worse, but in Homecoming, he feels like literally, there's no consequences for anything he does because Iron Man just shows up and just goes, I got you, kid. I'll solve your problems. Oh, you're having this issue? I got you. You can't figure out who the Vulture is? I got you.
But he beats the Vulture on his own.
No, I would argue the Vulture beats himself.
Because Spider-Man's interference.
Maybe.
And because that movie is less about Spider-Man's issues and about Peter's issues.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I just feel like, and also that movie feels so boring to me.
See, that's why I hate Far From Home. Far From Home, I watched it and I was like...
And that's why I have it above Far From Home.
I understand.
But I just feel like that movie is so boring.
I will say this. I think the best thing about Homecoming is the tone.
The tone.
I think it sets an amazing tone. And I think I've heard this from a few people before, but there's only one death in that whole movie. And I think that's cool.
Yeah.
For a Spider-Man movie.
I've also only seen that movie one time, so I might need to go back and rewatch it. Right? But that movie, it might, like, literally, other than Far From Home, is my least one. I want to watch that movie the least. Yeah. I never want to watch that movie.
There was a point where that was my favorite live-action Spider-Man movie, and I feel like every time I rewatch it,
it goes worse and worse.
Lower, yeah. Which is not a great sign, I guess.
No. At number 9, I have The Amazing Spider-Man.
I think that's fair.
And I think the reason I didn't get as mad as you at that is because my number 8 is then Spider-Man 3.
I was one slot.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't freak out. I didn't freak out completely. But I just think that Spider-Man 3 has higher highs than either Homecoming or in The Amazing Spider-Man. I just think...
I agree with The Amazing Spider-Man, but dude, the scene against the Vulture...
I don't know.
That's just like classic Spider-Man.
I just felt like it was, like I said, it's a mediocre movie.
Do a flip. Hey, Spider-Man, do a flip.
Oh my gosh. I will say the scene in the bank is cool.
Oh, dude.
That is a very cool scene. But I just think the black suit, the aura, the dancing.
He is aura. I do love the dancing.
The dancing is so fucking goofy. It's amazing.
I do love the dancing. I won't even lie.
Like, yeah, I just love it. I love it so much, and I am a Tobey Maguire fan. Nostalgia gets me every time, but not as much as Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, I was like...
No. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He's a page to change a lot of the last 10 hours.
That movie, I think, is the best version of Andrew Garfield that we get to see. But as I said before, I do just think that version of Green Goblin is the worst villain in maybe the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, the worst.
Like in any Marvel movie ever?
In any Marvel movie ever. I don't think there's...
At least out of the major ones that I'm thinking of.
Maybe there's some stinkers.
There might be some stinker in, like... who's the villain of the original Daredevil movie? Like the 2004 Daredevil movie?
I don't know, but
you know what I mean? Like,
he's probably better than that guy.
Than Green Goblin?
Yeah, because like... Oh,
yeah, look, there's a reason he didn't come back.
Yeah, there's a
No Way Home.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, Bub, you're not getting a contract extension. We're bringing everybody back except your bum ass.
Yeah, even the Lizard's coming back.
Even the Lizard's coming back, and we're only going to see the real guy for 2 seconds. But he's still coming back. Like, after that, then I have the origin story that set it all off. Spider-Man. Classic. I think genuinely we would not have the Marvel universe that we have without Spider-Man.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I do love the campiness of Spider-Man.
Yes.
The original. It's even lost a little bit in 2.
Yes.
Like 1 is significantly like campier.
And it's fun. It's
I love it.
It's supposed to be like, bro, this is a kid that gets the shit kicked out of him,
like the festival scene. Like when Green Goblin goes to the festival and he Guilty Gear wall breaks Spider-Man through like the
dude. It's it's a comic book. It's literally a fucking comic book. Right? Above Spider-Man, I have No Way Home. No Way Home is now in the 5th spot, which is a crazy thought because I thought that there was no way that I would like a Spider-Man movie that Tom has been in more, but I was wrong. I was completely wrong. And this is where I'm going to start breaking people's minds.
Yeah, I'm peeking ahead. I'm not even lying.
At number 4, Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, wait.
That
Why?
that might be crazy, but what
Mhm.
was your question?
I would say like why? Like what?
The reason is I think with Into the Spider-Verse in particular, right? Because this is like I'm fighting like 8.9s, 9s,
Yeah,
9.1s.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
you're.
like I'm being super critical like
It's
when I'm
it.
thinking about
These positions are nitpicks. Are changing these
yes.
positions. Yeah.
I personally I love Miles and Miles's story so much into the Spider-Verse. In
Yeah.
that movie's I love him and Peter B. Parker's relationship.
Absolutely.
I just think everything I like and love about Into the Spider-Verse, I think I love across more. I
It's
think it
just
just
done
does
better and
better.
across. Here's the thing, and I don't even think you're necessarily wrong about that. But one thing that why Into is my favorite
Uh-huh.
is first off the relationship between and the difference between these two relationships of him and his uncle Aaron
Mhm.
and him and Peter B. Parker
Yes. I
because
and
they're teaching him the same
things.
things.
And I agree.
And him on the roof when he realizes it's Miles, he's holding by the neck
Neck
on the roof,
it hurts. It's like fuck,
like
right? But I counter that with Peter B. Parker in Across the Spider-Verse looking at Miles saying, "You're the reason I had
yeah,
kids.
dude.
You're the
That
reason
shit will
I
make me
wanted
cry
to be
every
a
time.
dad." Like I do not think Into the Spider-Verse gives us an emotional character scene. I do think that it does set up that character scene so when it does happen, it hits as hard as it does. But that scene hits so freaking hard every time,
It
man.
does.
And I don't think
But I think so does the Prowler scene.
that scene, I'm gonna be honest, gets washed
Okay,
by.
I have another question.
Okay.
Taking out because obviously across the Spider Verse, and specifically this scene I'm about to talk about, it gains a lot because of the um amount of spider people in this movie, like including the people in the background.
Yeah.
But what do you think is a better final fight? Is it I guess Miles escaping like Spider headquarters and across the Spider Verse, or is it the Neutron Collider with the main crew of Spider Man versus Kingpin?
That is such a
Like
good
that
fight.
Spider Man fight is like
But I think
with the
I
Rubik's
think
cube.
I I genuinely think it I think it's the him escaping the Spider-Verse because like him literally like getting the help from Spider-Punk, him being like, "Yo, use your powers.
Yeah.
Use your things."
Yeah.
And you find out who really has Miles's back and who's really going to like shoot for Miles.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why I love Across more is because they explore the hardships of being in a friendship, right?
Mhm.
Because him and Gwen
100%.
Stacy's friendship in that movie is so strained the entire time because it's like she is holding and hiding something from Miles,
Yeah.
right? And so when you find out that she could have told him and was planning on leaving him behind, it hurts. It fucking hurts.
It really yeah.
Right? Because it's like I thought you had my back. I thought you were going to be my homie and you weren't. Why? You know, and I to me that means something because that is how Spider-Man gets treated. If you it's canon for your homies to switch up on you. It fucking sucks.
I got one word for you.
What?
Hey.
Oh,
Like,
no,
come on, bro.
No.
Hey.
I got 5 words for you. I'm doing my own thing. That scene fucking hits. That scene hits. He escapes from everybody. Fucking Spider-Man
He
2099.
does.
Miguel O'Hara
Yep.
is on his fucking ass about to get him. And he's like,
I'm doing my own
I'm
thing.
doing my own thing. And boom! Gets sent in back to his universe where he should have been before the anomaly. and he's the fucking Prowler.
And
Like,
he's
that's
the fucking Prowler.
gas. That is gas. You can't tell me otherwise. All right.
So that was all.
That was all for that.
That was all for Into the Spider-Verse.
And now we
Number 3.
Yeah, we're into 3. Brand New Day.
Brand New Day, number 3.
Brand
Same position.
New Day. Same position.
Third best Spider-Man
Third
movie.
best Spider-Man movie of all time. And recency bias be what it is. I genuinely had such a fun time. The audience was packed when the
was.
scenes were tense.
You could
You could feel it. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, what is going to happen?"
The Jean Grey reveal, people were like,
Oh
my
god, people were freaking out. I could hear people cry.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I heard sniffles. I heard so much laughter. This movie was actually funny, right? Like, I just simply think this is the best Tom Holland movie we have ever gotten.
I think it's the best live action Spider-Man movie we've ever gotten. So I definitely agree with you.
That's where I differ with you.
Yeah, I know.
Coming into this, I said that this movie could only fight for number 2. It
didn't even make it to number 2.
It didn't even make it to number 2. It did not overtake my number 2 position, my number 2 pick.
Which is crazy because you had it at guaranteed 9, and I was sitting between 8.5 and a 9.
Yeah, which is crazy because
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people are really about to be mad with this one because I just shot for it so hard. Across the Spider-Verse is the second best Spider-Man movie.
No,
of all
I think
time.
actually a lot of people are going to agree with you.
I think I think that movie is fantastic. I think it's phenomenal. I think it is an innovation into animated things of like just what they are able to put to screen. I remember watching that on the silver screen. I remember feeling the way I did, crying when Peter B. Parker tells him, "You're the reason I wanted to have kids." Watching them at Aunt May's house and fighting all the crazy shit and them coming after them.
Mhm.
Like, I just remember so much about that movie and being like, this has taken animated everything to another level. Like, this literally has changed so much.
It did definitely take what Into created and built upon it in every way. I do agree with that.
And that's why I think I have it there. And a lot of people, if you've been keeping track, my number 1 Spider-Man movie of all time is Spider-Man 2. There is not a better representation, in my opinion, of Peter Parker in anything we have ever seen. I think this movie does a really, really good job of showing us the side of New York that I was desperately missing from Tom Holland. It felt like he lived in a suburb.
Because you had the train scene, and then in Andrews you have the crane scene in TASM 1, and then Tom never felt like it had that moment.
Like where you were in New York, you weren't ever in a big city. You were literally Spider-Man Homecoming is in a suburb.
For a lot of it, yeah.
For a lot of the movie, we're not in New York.
Then Far From Home, you're out of the country.
Yeah, so it's like, where the fuck is the New York aspect? Because that is such a big part of who Spider-Man is. And I do not think there is a better moment in any Spider-Man movie ever than the train sequence in Spider-Man 2. And just from the fight, the choreography, the swinging, him literally like swinging and going through walkways where people are walking and dodging these people and cutting through slim areas, right? Dr. Octavius reaching through the train and grabbing random people and Spider-Man saving them as he's actively fighting, right? John Mulaney's performance as Dr. Octavius.
John Mulaney.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, John Mulaney is the comedian.
My God.
What is his name?
Isn't it Mulaney? Something Mulaney?
It's, oh my God, what's his fucking name? Oh, you're looking it up right now.
Yeah.
It's, I can't remember right now.
Alfred Mulaney.
Alfred Molina.
Molina. Oh my God.
Molina.
My dyslexic ass. Sorry for that. Hey, shout out to both of them.
Shout out to both.
But Alfred Molina's portrayal of Dr. Octavius is so impactful. I think also just like seeing Spider-Man and Peter Parker, like seeing Peter Parker struggle with Spider-Man and seeing him tell Uncle Ben in the car, like, no, I don't want this power anymore. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
I'm Peter Parker.
I'm throwing it away.
Like that scene hurts.
It does.
It hurt my little young self, and there is so much nostalgia tied to that movie. I will not lie, but like I just genuinely think also like the entirety of New York picking him up. I think the surfing the titles or what is it? Human surfing.
The human server. It's a little silly.
It is a little silly, but it also really just shows
It
like
does a great job.
of being like New York has Spider-Man's back. And then like just the fact that he loses. He doesn't
he
win that
loses.
fucking fight,
No.
right? And so like I think a lot of times when we get a Spider-Man fight, like he wins. And not only does he win, it kind of almost takes away from the fight how handedly he wins fights, right?
Mhm.
Because I think if you have to balance that with Spider-Man because of his spider sense, right? How crazy are we going to make this? How far are we going to extend his powers with his strength, with his web abilities? How much webs can he use, right? How much gadgets does he have
Yeah.
at his disposal, right? And so I think it's a hard thing to balance making Spider-Man feel like a beatable character, but also making him feel like a superhero.
Yeah, and make him feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah, and so I think in Spider-Man 2, that is the best depiction of Spider-Man. It's
Mhm.
the best depiction of Peter Parker. Like I said, every relationship in that movie feels so good, other than MJ. That
MJ in those
is
movies
the
are-
worst MJ we have ever.
Is the
Worst
worst
love
love
interest. Worst love interest.
Yeah, Gwen and Michelle Jones.
Are so much better.
Much better.
Like leagues better. I'm not even gonna apologize to Kristen Dunst, bro.
No.
Not gonna apologize for that, bro. That's why Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire got paid more.
Damn. He said it.
I've
also,
seen-
he's also Spider-Man.
I've seen interviews where she
Yeah, I
was like,
know.
"I was in Bring It Up or what
Bring
was
It On. or
Bring It
whatever.
On," and this, and he was in nothing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
the
Spider-Man.
name of the movie's fucking
Like,
Spider-Man.
It's like not Mary Jane.
Yeah, so like, but yeah. All right, now we can move on to my next segment. This movie has upgraded to Tom as the second best
Best
Spider-Man.
I think there's an argument that he's the best Spider-Man.
And this
now.
is just a take. And so where do you place him? Where are your Spider-Man?
And going into this movie, Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. Which is weird because I think in terms of his movies, he has the worst
movies.
like consistency wise. But I love how he portrays both Peter and Spider-Man. He's the quippiest Spider-Man until this movie.
Yep.
Um,
No, he's still the quippiest.
You still think he's the quippy? He
Yeah.
was very quippy in this movie.
Kind of, but his quips weren't as good as Andrew.
That's a fair point. I think I do have him at second. I have Toby at last. Which I know is crazy.
No, it's not crazy. I understand it. I think, like I said, when it comes to Toby, there's so much nostalgia tied to it, so I think that's why I have him at number 1. Right? I don't really like to rank these guys because I am such a big Spider-Man fan,
Yeah,
and I
it's
love
very hard to
Spider-Man.
rank them.
But I do just think that Tom has the worst movies, not the worst movies, but I think he has the worst. It's so hard because Andrew's movies are so bad, but I just dislike Far From Home and Homecoming so much. So it's hard because I love Andrew though. I love Andrew as
Same.
Spider-Man.
No Way Home brought the Andrew resurgence.
Yeah,
back.
it did, as it should. I don't
Yeah.
think it ever should have left.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was just a little quick one, right? I do have it. Toby, Andrew, Tom. Still,
Mhm.
even though this movie is higher than any Andrew movies, I just think this is the best. This movie has done so much for him?
I think I have. I think I do also still have Andrew at number one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll rewatch this movie and that will change my mind.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that, or the next one.
The next one.
The next one. I think there will be another one. So
Okay. These two questions kind of go into each other, so I think I want to switch it up a little bit.
okay.
How many more movies do we have with Tom? And that's in. And go ahead. I know you have a question for me, and I'll answer that.
Is this like Spider-Man movies, or how many more movies does Tom Holland appear in as Spider-Man?
How many more movies does Tom Holland appear in as Spider-Man?
Do post-credit scenes count?
No.
3.
No. 3.
Yeah.
3. Okay.
I think we'll get one more Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
With Peter. I think this Peter will 100% be in Secret Wars.
Okay.
And then he's gonna be something else.
2 other things. Like maybe he is in Thunderbolts 2, which is
Maybe.
confirmed I think next year or maybe 2028.
Maybe he's in Daredevil Born Again
Movie? I hope we
movie
get it.
or the show.
I would love a Daredevil movie. Marvel, if you're listening,
That would be awesome.
that would be awesome. Your fans want it. We love the show. Please give us the movie. But yeah, I think 3's not a bad choice. I just think, man, I think we might get him for 4 or 5 more.
4 or 5 more.
I do think we're getting him for 4 or 5 more.
I think we're gonna get one more. I think they're gonna introduce a Miles.
I do too, but I think the movie they introduced Miles is going to be his movie, and then I think we're gonna get a Miles movie
with more Spider-Man.
With more Spider-Man, and then I think we get 2 or 3 more movies because I do agree he's definitely gonna be in Secret Wars.
I think, and the reason I ask, I think he's gonna be in the post-credit scene of Doomsday.
Yeah. Which actually perfectly leads into my next question, or not question, kind of more of a statement, and wanting to get your thoughts. Tom Holland will be in Doomsday. They are just keeping him a secret, and that's why we haven't seen him on any like actor sheets or character roles. And he will play a small role which will lead into Secret Wars, where he will either be a part of the Illuminati or a harbinger of doom.
Okay. I think there is. I think he'll be in the post-credit scene. I do think there's the cope in me.
The cope
is praying that he's in Doomsday secretly. I definitely think in the Doomsday trailer they're editing people out of certain scenes that have not been
and
revealed.
that's why I had the thought maybe he is.
I think Toby might be in this movie.
And that was going to be another thing I was going to bring up, but continue on that thought.
So I could definitely see that. There's been a lot of rumors that Doctor Strange is going to be allied with Doctor Doom in these 2 movies, or assuming Doom makes it into Secret. Oh, we don't obviously know the story, but and I could see Doctor Strange. I could see Peter trusting Doctor Strange in that way.
Yeah, I mean, they have already built that relationship, right?
And even if Doctor Strange doesn't remember that, Peter remembers that relationship.
Peter does remember that relationship.
Which
is kind of not interesting, but it's kind of awesome that we got the downscale from like No Way Home to Brand New Day, right? Mm-hmm. Because it was like in this movie, I specifically talked about how the person he trusted the most was Franklin Castle, right? But in No Way Home, the first person he goes to, when he can't even get into college, which is crazy. He didn't even think about rebuttaling that shit. But the first person he goes to in No Way Home is Doctor Strange. Yeah. So I wonder if there is going to be a play on that. And do you think kind of go I want to we'll come back to the original thought, but do you think because of Peter Parker that we are going to get a relationship with Doctor Strange and Frank Castle? Because I think that is such an interesting relationship to think about, because Doctor Strange is such a free spirit, right? But he's kind of hard too, but Frank Castle's a different type of hard and loves Peter Parker because of his freeness, but Doctor Strange is also a different type of free.
I think, and this is sad, I think Brand New Day is too late into the MCU, and with what I think is going to be a really big reset after Secret Wars, I don't think they're even going to share a screen together.
Damn,
Just because
that's
like
sad.
I just don't think I don't think we're going to see the Punisher, and he might have a small appearance in Secret Wars, but I definitely don't think he's in Doomsday.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a fair take, and I think that's a good point.
And if they share a screen, it's gonna be like the in-game final battle where they just are like in the
And the
same
same,
giant final
yeah,
battle. Like I
yeah.
like
I can see that. I can see that. The next thing I have is something kind of crazy, something that I was not expecting, and when I looked this up, it kind of blew me away.
yeah, I was shocked when you told me
And
this.
and so this is as I took this screenshot as of 10:48, so there have been a lot more domestic viewings because we kind of went to an earlier showing
Mm-hmm.
of this movie. As of when I looked up the time of when I looked this up, sorry, that was too much. Um Brand New Day has brought in an estimated of 167 million to 173 million domestically box offices in its opening Friday, including its previewing airings, which weren't very many to my knowledge.
Mm-mm.
But in just Friday, in the previews,
And like the 9
airings
a.m. show or the 9 p.m. showings
alone,
Thursday.
we're already at 167 low estimate,
Mm-hmm.
173 high,
Right.
and it's Friday,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, do you think this movie has a chance of being the highest opening grossing movie in the Marvel world?
For context, Avengers Endgame is the highest with 357 million. No Way Home at second with 260 million, and Infinity War with 257 million. So just with Friday, we're slightly below Endgame. We're like 40% to Endgame.
Yes, yes.
Um,
I think maybe even, what was it,
357.
357? So what?
So and it's like 320 would be 160 times
6 million.
2.
But
So it'd be like
170
330,
would be
340.
340.
Um, and so I think there's a very good chance it is the highest gross in opening weekend. If it surpasses the Endgame, I think that is setting Doomsday up to be potentially like a 500 million
Opening, oh my goodness.
like
Okay, my next question, do you think Spider-Man Brand New Day in theaters is going to break the $1 billion?
I would love to see it.
I
It's
would
been
too.
hard recently. A lot like I feel like a lot of movies have been having struggling trying to hit that billion.
Superhero movies in particular.
I think if reviews stay up this opening weekend, I think we could see it.
I agree. I completely agree. I personally am going to be shooting and hoping for this movie to be the highest grossing Marvel movie because I love Spider-Man and I want more Spider-Man.
Yeah,
But
I really want this movie to succeed.
The only problem is that comes with that is I don't want it to succeed to the point where Marvel and Sony go, all right, every 2 years we got to pop one of these bastards out because we know we will make money off of it.
And I hope I can trust it, but Tom Holland did say that he is not coming back
if the script is bad,
and like if it's not good.
Yeah.
So and he had a very big part apparently in this movie, like in the
making of
this movie, and this was a very good movie.
Yeah,
so,
it was very good. It was very,
and so
very good.
I hope that I can trust that.
Yeah, I agree. I at least know from with what this movie is giving me and the hope that it is giving me for Tom Holland and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I know that if at least Tom Holland's in the movie's going to be fun.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. And then my last segment is
Ooh.
something that I saw and I found it very interesting and I love doing this. And so I just want to do this as kind of like the closing off, maybe talk a little bit more about some things that we want to talk about for
Yeah.
Brand New Day.
Hell yeah.
But this I saw and I just wanted to see what you thought and we give our own opinions on
Okay,
this,
let's
right?
do it.
It is ranking all 3 Spider-Man in different Spider-Man categories. Okay? The first one is Spider-Man himself, the portrayal of Spider-Man.
Okay, and this is live action only, I'm assuming.
Yes, live action only.
We went over this earlier. For the most part, I think I give it to Andrew right now. I think I like we were talking about his quippiness is unrivaled. His Spidey sense. I mean, I think Tom has him beat now in terms of Spidey sense.
Yeah,
I
agree.
But his Spidey sense in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and that scene where Electro is shocking
in
in
Times
New
Square,
York in Times Square,
Yep.
and he like webs everyone away from, like
with the one that's already broken, one
Yeah.
has been electrified.
yeah,
And
it's
that
so sick.
that scene is so good. So who's your number 2?
I think I'm gonna go Andrew. And then at number 2, I'm gonna go Tom, and then number 3, I'm gonna go Toby.
And see, I think
And I promise I'm not a Toby hater. I feel like I've been putting Toby at the bottom of everything.
Hey, look, that's totally fine. I think for the representation of Spider-Man out of the 3, I'm gonna go Andrew, Toby, Tom. I think No Way Home is a very good movie, but I think that's also carried by the fact that we're seeing the other 2 Spider-Man on the screen with him.
Absolutely.
And I think Brand New Day is the best version of Tom that we have gotten, but it's his only good version that I don't have at my bottom 2 movies. Like, I even think Andrew's movies are better than Tom's first 2.
That's fair.
Best representation of Peter Parker.
I think I'm gonna put Tom at number 1 here.
Okay.
And where I think the whole Iron Boy Jr. thing fails with Spider-Man, I think it actually creates really interesting relationships for Peter Parker. Like, I think the fact that this Peter Parker knows Iron Man as Peter Parker,
Iron Man.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Tony Stark.
I think that is really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I disagree with you, but I can see where you're coming from.
I think I'd probably put Toby at number 2. And I have Andrew at 3. I really like Andrew or I keep saying Andrew as if that's his name. Peter.
Yeah.
Peter and Gwen's relationship.
Yeah.
But I do subscribe to the whole, like, he is a little too cool.
He is too cool for school, man.
And that kind of happens with Tom Holland because his movies were so far apart.
Yeah.
Because like in Homecoming, he like looks like he's a 15.
Yeah.
And then in No Way Home, he looks like he's like 24.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep. And for those reasons, I mean, I also think that Tobey Maguire looks a little too old, right?
Oh, 100%.
But also, I think they try to lean into more of the fact that he is a college student, right? More than he is a high schooler.
Yeah, they got him out of high school.
Quiz pause. Like, they were like, 15 minutes. That's all you got, bro. Yeah. 15 minutes of fame. But I personally have Toby as the best representation of Peter Parker. Then I have Tom, and then I have Andrew.
Yeah.
I just, for the same reasons, I think Andrew is just the cool, edgy guy, and I don't think Peter Parker is edgy.
Here's what I will say, though, for Andrew points, is Andrew has the best depiction of, like, Peter Parker's room. Like, like Andrew has, like, all the gadgets everywhere. He has, like, the big bulletin board. And we see that a little bit in Brand New Day.
Yes.
But, like.
But it's also not really his, right? The scene that we do have of him, it's in the time skip period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ned's board feels more relevant to
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I just mean, like Peter's room.
Yeah,
is a major part of him.
Yes,
and I think Andrew has the best room.
Yeah, I will say I really
Even though Toby's like bare ass apartment,
being nothing, and then the scene where he's like looking in the mirror like every time with his glasses, he's like, "Wait, what the fuck? I can see myself." Like, I love that shit. Strength.
Strength.
This one with this movie is a hard one.
Yeah.
This is become. I think it's easy for 3. I think there's
I
a
agree.
very clear and obvious choice.
I think Andrew is clear.
It's the weakest one out of the 3, but between Tom and Toby, that is such a toss up, man.
I think I want to give it to Tom. I think
symbiote Peter though.
Are we including the symbiote?
Oh, I mean, he's in the movies.
If we including symbiote, I think I would give it to Toby.
And that's
the symbiote's a huge buff.
Because even though the symbiote's weakness is high frequencies, right? High like noise and shit like that. I just think the way that Peter utilizes and that the way that the symbiote like is like that parasite onto Peter and makes him in like act out in his aggressive ways enhances him in so many ways that just none of them can handle. That none of them, no other person represents with strength.
Yeah.
But I also think some of the things that Tom does in this movie
are crazy.
I
think if we include the symbiote, I think it's fair to give it to Toby. But I think no symbiote, I do think it is Tom.
I think I agree with you, but I am giving Toby the symbiote because he does have it for the majority of Spider-Man 3. Speed. Who is the fastest? And this is including web slinging.
This is kind of a hard thing to gauge for me on the top of my head. I'm really trying to think about this. Speed. I feel like Toby feels slow.
Toby
at
does
least swinging.
Yeah,
like obviously that's the movie was made in 2001 or whatever. Like
2001, 2003,
2004, 2007. I think
something like that.
2006.
Early 2000s.
He feels way more sluggish.
Yeah.
I think Andrew feels the fastest. In my opinion,
I agree.
And I think Toby feels the slowest, in my opinion. So I guess Tom would be the middle. For me. He
Um,
feels much faster in this movie, though. Tom.
Yeah, I agree, and the reason I think I agree with you is because how the fuck are you Peter Parker and you can't deliver pizzas in under 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's actually true.
Well, actually, let's be fair. He had 20 minutes, but
and this,
and he had to change. But like, if I'm fucking Spider-Man, that Joe's guarantee is getting met every time.
Spider Joe's guarantee.
Yeah.
This Peter though, Tom, at least before, not right now, I guess, but
Brand New Day
stuff does have a wingsuit as well.
Yeah, and that's very true. That makes him
that does make speed.
I just
traversal wise
personally think Andrew.
Yeah,
gets from place to place the fastest.
Yeah, I definitely still think it's Andrew.
IQ.
I'm looking at the screen right now, and I completely agree with this exact placement. I think Andrew is the smartest of the 3.
Yep.
And then Toby after that.
I personally think No Way Home gives us Toby being the smartest, and I have a reason.
Okay.
Because Dr. Otto Octavius and Peter could not figure out how to fix Green Goblin. But when Toby showed up, he made the anti-goblin serum. And
But he also has been working on it for
he had been a long time. He had been but I just think like
here's what I'll say though.
That is an IQ upscale.
Toby didn't make anything outside of his suit.
Yeah, but also Tom Holland is Iron Boy Jr.
No, that's facts. But Andrew made
his own suit.
Made everything. Made his own suit, his own web.
And also, that's another thing. Toby doesn't have to build his own web fluid or cartridges. He doesn't worry about that. He has a different problem, right? And so maybe I will give you Andrew, right? But
I definitely think
I think Tom is the lowest.
And it's sad because I don't think that was their intention.
No,
but I think it comes. But that way.
I do think because like I cannot say it enough. I hate the happy finding Peter
him building the suit with Iron Man.
Yes, I cannot stand that scene. I think that is the worst representation of Spider-Man. Just in my opinion, don't get mad. Battle IQ.
With this current movie, bro, with what we were seeing him do in this
Yeah,
current movie,
it's hard. It's very hard.
Or any of the other Spider-Man doing what he did to the hand, fucking tornado spinning, fucking. Are Andrew or Toby taking out like 8 ninjas?
I do think that they could probably take out 8 ninjas. If I had to guess, I do think that. I do think they could take out probably 8 ninjas. I will also say, this version of Tom, though, really did not give a fuck about people's lives. There were a couple of people that were having like tons of weight falling from buildings from like 32 stories up, just fall on the ground. And he was like, like there was like a bunch of shit that was going wrong.
Yeah,
and he was not caring if they lived or died. He was just like, hey, that whole block just got blown up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm doing my fight. Like,
yeah, I think the assumption is that everyone's gone. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, but there are
I think
scenes
they also
where
don't show that very well.
Yeah, I was like, there are active scenes where people are in explosions or getting hurt because Tom is fighting and he's not saving them. I think they do a really good job of showing him actually going out of his way to save people.
Mm-hmm.
There are like actual moments where that is the whole point of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's also a lot of fight scenes where he is not paying attention to his surroundings.
Also, think about him whipping through the air in Infinity War in the fight against Thanos on the planet where he's like using Strange's portals, or him fighting Strange in No Way Home.
That is very, and he's using geometry,
like he beat Strange in his own dimension.
That's a very, very, very true point. Right, I totally agree with that. Like I can't even argue that. Because also like Toby and Andrew have never fought Thanos.
Yeah, and it's bad. You fought a purple alien?
But also, that wasn't Tom's plan.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like, that was like, they
came up with a fucking plan. Yeah,
right?
100%.
And I just think, when you put Tom in a one-on-one situation where he doesn't have people to work off of and come up and scheme with, right? Because, like, that's a big thing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the Infinity War and Endgame movies is he's like, oh, have you seen this one movie? Do you remember when they did this?
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like, I think he does have high battle IQ, but I also think his high battle IQ comes off of with the element of surprise, where I think the other two are literally like, I do not think there is it's hard. But when Andrew's in the sewers and spins the webs and just lays on his webs and waits for the vibration to find out, right? Like, that's insane. And once again, to talk about in my opinion, the greatest superhero scene in any movie ever, Toby is actively saving people and fighting Dr. Octavius on the train. And like, doing crazy ass shit. Like, also, you cannot throw anything at Toby Spider-Man. He just throws it right back at you.
That's literally how he wins, right?
Yeah, every time.
He's literally like using your own shit against you.
Oh, you just threw that fucking brick at me? Bitch, it's coming back at you.
That glider coming back at you. And then it's gonna kill my multiversal Aunt May in 30 years, 20 years.
And so, yeah, I think battle IQ, I'm going to give it to Toby, Tom, Andrew.
I think that's fair.
Spidey sense.
Look, I think
this is clear. I think this is clear. Very, very obvious now.
I think Tom is very obviously
number one now.
I think there was an argument for it after No Way Home, especially with the scene of when he like astral projected and dodging Strange with the box. But in this movie, I feel like they made it very. I feel like half this movie was showing off his spider sense.
Yeah,
and that's also like they were literally like, oh, because your like arachnid DNA is evolving, you are like more sensitive. Like,
and
he was too sensitive.
He was getting to the point he was literally had everything that was going on in New York happen all at once.
Yeah.
That was insane. That's just an insane feat. I don't think any other Spider-Man
Yeah.
has it. I think it's obviously Tom, Andrew, Toby.
Yeah.
Villains. I think this one is very obvious too.
Okay, I think, and it depends how we want to go about it. Because I think Tom, you can make an argument. Because look, Mysterio, I don't even want to talk about Mysterio.
Oh my
Let's not even bring him up.
We have to. We're talking about villains.
Yeah, but let's talk about how good Vulture is.
Vulture's okay in my
Let's talk about how
opinion.
good Jean Grey is.
Jean Grey was fun.
Talk no jutsu'd.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
No,
and all the best villains of all time, of all the Spider-Man movies, it was in No Way Home. You get the best of everything, and you get Thanos.
Yes, but one,
And you
Thanos,
get Captain America. Oh, I said it.
One, that is a different movie. Those are all different movies that you just listed, pretty much.
Facts, but all Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Also, the best villain in Tom Holland Spider-Man is the Green Goblin, which is Tobey Maguire's villain.
Yeah, but he's better than No Way Home.
No, bro, but my thing is that is not Tom's villain.
Yeah, that's very true. That's fair.
That is not Tom's villain.
That's
I
fair.
think Green Goblin is
definitely Toby's villain.
Is Toby's villain.
100%. I agree.
Also, with that. Flint Marko, amazing villain. An amazing villain. I love Flint Marko. I think Flint Marko.
Doc Ock's above Flint Marko.
I know, but I'm
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, like unique villains. Toby's winning.
Like,
I was more so saying if you just had to choose one Spider-Man, if you choose Toby or if you choose Tom, you get like all of it.
I just mean like their villains in their movies.
Then I'd probably give it to Toby.
I think,
and then Tom, and then Andrew.
Yeah.
Because really really Toby,
Andrew.
Thank you. Really, Andrew only has Electro.
Yeah.
Like as someone I care about.
Love interest. This one is very obvious for me.
I think as love interest, I like Gwen Stacy the most.
I agree.
I do really love
Michelle Jones.
What they're adding with Michelle Jones in this movie. And we said this earlier, but I think Kirsten Dunst,
I'm not apologizing for it. Kirsten
care.
Dunst, you do a terrible job.
I really couldn't care.
Like, you have like 5 good acting moments.
And you cheat every movie.
I know it's not your fault, Kirsten Dunst, and I'm not really blaming you, but I'm not apologizing either. Aunt May. And this, I think, is where we differ the most.
I completely agree. I have a very clear number 1.
I do too.
Is Andrew's Aunt May.
Mine is Toby's.
My number 2 is Tom's Aunt May.
My number 2 is Tom's.
So Tom's now?
Is Tom's.
And then my number 3 is Toby's. And yeah, we like.
Our
lists are literally flopped.
Yes, they are. They literally are. I just think I love how. Well, for one, Aunt May's a 60-year-old woman.
Yeah.
She's an older woman.
Yeah.
She's not young.
Yeah, but she could be.
Bro.
She's not even that young.
Also,
she just looks young, but she's not. The actress is not that young.
Yeah, no. But my thing is also.
So sorry.
Homecoming and Far From Home. She's just a hot aunt. That's all she is, bro. There's nothing. There's no character. She's in like 5 scenes in each movie, and every time it's Tony Stark being like, God damn, yo, aunt is kind of hot.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but her scenes in No Way Home.
And then her being the love interest of Happy. Yeah, like, that's all she is in the first 2 movies.
Yeah, but her in No Way Home
is very good.
Phenomenal. And her in this movie, I was not expecting to see her at all in this movie.
Yeah. Her in this movie was very good.
But it was very good.
It was very good. But I just think, and it's the bias from Spider-Man 2. I think Aunt May's speech in Spider-Man 2 about what Spider-Man means and represents means more than any speech that either other Aunt May give.
I love that speech. I just don't like her performance as Aunt May.
But that's the thing. I like that she's a dramatic old woman because
Yeah.
Aunt May, it would probably be a dramatic old woman. Best friend.
My Ned Leeds is number 1.
Ned Leeds.
And then obviously Andrew's Harry is number 3. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
James
like-
Franco.
And even though I don't really have a strong opinion on James Franco's
Yeah, I don't really.
Harry, he's like,
I don't really care about it at all. If I'm being honest.
yeah, but like just
He hates Spider-Man.
Andrew's fucking.
Ned's awesome.
Ned is awesome, but I'm talking about.
Oh, Harry Osborn in The Amazing
Oh
Spider-Man
my
2.
God, he's awful. He is awful. Movies.
According to my list, I gotta give it to Tom with Brand New Day and No Way Home. I'm gonna be honest.
I think it's fair. Everything you're saying is fair and valid. I might not agree with it, but I can't blame you for
Yeah.
it. Right. I'm personally Toby. Toby's got the best movies,
Mhm.
and then it's obviously Tom, and then Andrew.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting Andrew last. It's definitely for me. It's Tom, Toby, Andrew. Because as much as I love TASM 2, it's just not very good.
No.
Like I love it because I love Spider-Man,
Yes.
but it's not holding a candle to
No.
Spider-Man 2.
No.
Like-
Fuck no. It ain't holding a candle. to Spider-Man 2, bro. But those were kind of my thoughts and things that I've been thinking about in all Spider-Man
Yeah.
Brand New Day things, and just kind of wanting to see where your thoughts were on where Tom is now, where his future's going, the excitement I have for the MCU in total now, and I think in a very future episode we're going to be talking more in depth about the future of the MCU.
Yeah.
Right. I also have a topic that I want to bring up for a different podcast.
Okay.
Not a different podcast, but a different
Different
episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think me and my best friend Tanner, we always argue this on who the greatest superhero is, and I think it'd be really fun for us to both come in with a Batman versus Spider-Man
take, like
who
and then, like,
why
actual
we
argument?
think they are the best.
Okay, I'd love to do that. We should definitely do that.
I think that would be fun. Do you have anything else you want to say about Brand New Day or?
I really enjoyed it. I hope I love it going forward. Like I hope.
Yeah.
I know myself. Recency bias is a real thing.
Yes. I agree.
But this movie does really feel like something special.
It does. It does feel something special, and gives me a lot of hope
and it gives me a lot of hope
for what Marvel is doing, for even like on a smaller scale for Sony. Maybe Sony starts actually making, like, they're realizing they can make movies off of these IPs that they have.
There's still a
right?
chance TASM 3 comes out.
So here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping.
Right.
I will say I am more excited for Doomsday now.
Yes, I am very
Even
excited
though I
for
was already
Doomsday.
very excited for Doomsday.
And
I'm even more
that
so
episode
now.
will be coming soon. We will be having a Doomsday before it comes out episode where we talk about all of it and all of our thoughts and where we think this Doomsday is going and the characters that are going to have major roles, because
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see Thor be the lead of
Yeah, Thor's the only OG left. I mean, Hulk. I mean, that's the
maybe
question, is
Hulk.
what is gonna happen is like.
But this is all for a different
Yeah.
episode. We appreciate y'all listening to us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And here's to a bunch more episodes. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us.
We'll see y'all next time.
Later. Peace.
Peace.